Chesterfield, Virginia. Your Hubbard Racing sponsored machine, car number 2, your defending champion, Scott Adams. Outside pole going to be car number 23 of Derek Quaid, starting second. Third, you'll find on the inside of second row, car K1, Anthony, good qualifying run, Anthony Kincaid. Starting fourth on the outside of row number 2, car number 71 of Davis Lipscomb. Inside row number 3, starting fifth here tonight, car number 87 of Walker Arthur. Starting sixth, car number 101 of Louis Timberlake. Starting seventh, going to be car number 17S of John Staten. And eighth, car number 19L of Brandon Long, outside of row number 4. Inside row 5, starting in ninth, car number 4 of Andy Craig. Starting 10th, going to be car number 45 of David Williams. Inside row number 6, starting 11th, car number 38 of Alan Anderson. Matt Marshall in car number 18, starting 12th. 13th, you'll find car number 24 of Kenny Moreland. And 14th, car number 55, Tim Shelton on the outside of the last row. Ladies and gentlemen, in the grandstands, the first time around, we will give our first Budweiser salute of the night to the drivers. The second time around, we will be waving. The second time around, we'll be waving, but if you have a Budweiser in your hands, get it ready. Models around the Speedway here at Virginia Motor Speedway. As loud as you can. Lights on your Chandler Chevrolet Pace truck go off. Your Victory Lap late models nice and slow. Around turns 1 and 2, Chandler Chevrolet, a proud sponsor of Virginia Motor Speedway, providing the Pace truck, the Silverado, beautiful Silverado. Enticed me to buy my own Silverado, love my truck. If you're in the market for a Chevy, Chandler Chevrolet can hook you up. Scott Adams, straight from Chesterfield, Virginia, off turn number 4, this time horn on the loud pedal, ready to go. One driver spins over turn 4. No contact is made. Caution flag is out. Wreck over here, turn number 4. No contact was made, but you're now looking at the car 101 of Louis Timberlake. Looks like the driver now up inside your top 5. They may have found something. So Anthony Kincaid trying to find his way back to victory lane in a very long time. Scott Adams with a better restart that time, and that car number 2 takes your green flag. We're racing down to turn 1 here at Bill Sawyer's Virginia Motor Speedway. Already looks like car number 23 of Derek Quaid wanted that lead away from Scott Adams. It's going to be car number 71 of Davis Lipscomb, though, on the top side. Walker Arthur working the inside. That's your battle for your 4th spot now down the front stretch. Anthony Kincaid puts the power on up down in turn 1. Car 45 of David Williams started in 10th. Now they're 3 wide for your 4th spot down the back stretch. David Williams had to let up Walker Arthur, tapping Anthony Kincaid on the quarter panel as he entered turn swinging forward. David Williams wants the top spot real bad. The assault now heading down into turn 1. David Williams to the inside of Walker Arthur as they battle off turn number 2. David Williams with some issues, mechanical problems for that car 45. And it looks like we're going to stay green flag racing. David Williams, tough break, fell all the way out of that top spot. And top side of turns 3 and 4 going to bring out the caution flag for your second time. Walker Arthur not pleased with David Williams as they fight on the racetrack. So it is apparent now that car 45 of David Williams and Walker Arthur were waiting for each other. Late models, get your cars ready and up to the back pit gate, please. Scott Adams out of Chesterfield, Virginia. Lots of pressure behind him. Car number 23 of Derek Quaid, Davis Lipscomb, Anthony Kincaid, also the number 55 behind them of Tim Shelton. Green flag is out, back underway here at Virginia Motor Speedway. David Williams in that car 45 back on the racetrack. He wants a caution flag real bad. Derek Quaid puts the pressure on the inside of Scott Adams off turn 2. And now the battle will continue off turn 4. Quaid looks like he might be a little bit faster, but now he's got pressure from Lipscomb to the inside. David Williams trying to stay out of trouble. He wants a caution flag so that he can catch back up. He wants it in the worst way. He's going to have to stay in front of Scott Adams, though. Adams will bring your field around this time for 5 laps into the program. Anthony Kincaid holds on to a top 5, currently running in 5th in that white number 1K. And in turn 1, right there in front of your screen. The rest of the field makes their way off turn number 2. Scott Adams, he has got his hands full tonight. Car number 23 of Derek Quaid all over the back quarter panel, brings it up to the door. Battle for the lead will continue down into the apex of turn 3 and 4. Scott Adams hard on the throttle. Derek Quaid is there as well. Almost making contact on turn number 4 as your field makes her way down the front stretch. Derek Quaid still sits in second. Quaid once again off turn number 2 will stick his nose to the inside quarter panel of Scott Adams. As soon as they get off the corner and down the back straight, looks like Adams will pull away just a little bit. Derek Quaid not giving up though. 1 car length separating your top 2 drivers. Davis Lipscomb now about 10 car lengths behind in 3rd. Your field down into turns 1 and 2. Tim Shelton, also impressive night for that. Car number 55, driver of Tim Shelton, currently sitting in your 4th spot. Meanwhile, back up front, Derek Quaid's going to try the top side of Scott Adams, trying to find which part of the racetrack is going to work better for him. Looks like Scott Adams trying the more conservative line as he hiccups in turns 1 and 2. Derek Quaid. Check, check, check.
video. Is the mic working now? Okay, thank you.
Sorry about that. Mic went dead. New battery, ready to rock and roll now. Talking to myself for 3.5 hours. Go. Scott Adams off turn 4 is your leader. Let's take you through the rundown. Car number 23, Derek Quaid. Currently sitting in second, Davis Lipscomb in car number 71. Third, fourth, you'll find Anthony Kincaid. Spin out in turns 1 and 2. That's the car number 17. As of John Staten. With the way things are progressing right now, Scott Adams may be in trouble. Eric Quaid right behind him in car number 23. Davis Lipscomb in third. Fourth is Anthony Kincaid. Green flag is out. Adams back on the loud pedal to turn 1. Kenny Moreland up to the top side of the racetrack, right next to the wall, trying to get something extra. And Marshall right behind Anthony Kincaid. Scott Adams with an awkward line off turn number 4 that time. Not sure what was going on right there. Looks like his sit-up's kind of fading because Derek Quaid almost took the door off that thing. Derek Quaid's about ready to jump into the fuel cell. That car number 2 as they make their way off turn number 4. Davis Lipscomb in third with pressure on the inside. It's David Williams. Ring the bell, skulls in down the backstretch into turn number 3. David Williams about ready to take the position away from Lipscomb in that car 71. It's heating up right now for third off turn 4. Nice little battle heating up for third. David Williams picking them off one by one. Anthony Kincaid, who we thought will spin out in turn 4, saved it. That was a self-done issue for car 71 of Lipscomb. If Lipscomb didn't have any tape at the top of that steering wheel, he wouldn't know which way that thing was turning. He had it turned every which way off turn 4. Meanwhile, Derek Quaid trying everything he can in second to try to get past Scott Adams. I'll tell you what, the talent at these levels of racing in dirt are just incredible. These guys, it may not look like much. If this is your first time in seeing dirt racing, it might not look like much, but these guys have got their hands full. You go into the corner, the wheel is cocked one way. All of a sudden, you got to throw it the other way. Try to drive it off the corner. At times, you're not even in control of the car. Yet they're turning lap times like this. Just watching the wheels on that car number 2 of Scott Adams. You can see him tossing and turning every way going into the corner. To the left, to the right, back to the left again. Scott Adams is a driver we've seen progressively get smoother and smoother behind the wheel as the years have gone. Last year, he grabbed his first championship behind the wheel of a dirt car. This year, it was all about consistency for that car number 2. And so much he has learned in the little amount of time he's been behind the wheel of these dirt cars is pulling away from Derek Quaid. David Williams, though, trying to make some magic happen right here for second. We've got 9 to go. Next time by, it'll be 8 laps to go. The track has just come in. I have a feeling you can see it. The line is now perfect for racing. This first class has really set the track up nice for your Ultimate Super Late models. David Williams and Derek Quaid duking it out right now for second, but it looks like David Williams has probably used all of his machine up. He's going to try and get to the inside on turn number 4 as they drive real hard off turn 4. Scott Adams now trying to make his way through lap traffic. It's going to be Andy Gregg in car 4. Andy Gregg, the first driver to go one lap down right here on turn 4. Scott Adams clear. Adams now sets his sights on that car number 38 of Alan Anderson on the backstretch. Quaid and the car 45 of David Williams battling. We're coming up this time. 5 more laps to go for the Chesterfield native. 3 wide off the turn number 4 with lap traffic. Scott Adams can't get past Alan Anderson fast enough. John Staten, another driver, about to go 1 lap down that blue, white, and yellow number 17 machine here on the front stretch. Your leaders make their way down into turn 1. Scott Adams has about a 5 to 8 car length advantage off the car number 23 of Derek Quaid off turn 2. David Williams trying real hard to get to that inside quarter panel. Derek Quaid, pressure on the outside, pressure on the inside. In the middle, as the door is crumpled all the way on his right side of his machine. Looks like it's actually still folding under. It was worse this time around than it was last time. Not sure what he got into. But Scott Adams, nice and smooth on the wheel, trying to bring it home. Only thing he's got to do is keep that car rocking in the right direction. 2 to go this time by. Staten now in the front bumper of the car 23 of Derek Quaid. Can't get by him yet. Staten looks like he wants the low line, but he's going to be hard fought to get it now because there's a battle for second behind him. White flag this time. David Williams looking to the inside. Quaid with it already. The damage done to the outside of that machine, trying to lean on lap traffic now. Scott Adams off turn 4. Wins this race here tonight. First victory of your 2011 season. Folks, from Victory Lane, Mr. Scott Adams. There you go, Scott. Let me tell you something. What a hard-fought win tonight. I tell you, growing up racing with you was cool, but seeing you win a race that you had to fight that hard to win is just absolutely awesome.
Oh, yeah, I got Derek Quaid. I mean, he's top of the line. I love racing with him. He gave us a fight tonight, and, you know, we just tried to keep out front. He showed me his line there about halfway through, and from then on, I knew what I needed to do. I just needed to protect the bottom. Couldn't nobody pass on the outside. So I just wanted to keep them left sides in the moisture, take his line away from him, and I knew he wasn't going to get around us.
Now, was the track different tonight? I know you came to the track expecting one track. I think we all did, and it ended up being a little bit different. Did you have to switch up your game for that?
Well, I mean, as hot as it's been, I mean, we knew it was going to dry out some. It didn't get as black as we thought it was going to be. But we still had to adjust on this thing a whole bunch. And, you know, I can't thank all the guys on this team enough. Bubba Hubbard, I tell you, I give him all the credit. I mean, he's the one that makes this race car fast. Doug, I can't thank him for all his help. My mom and dad, I tell you, it's a total team effort. So.
What about the sponsors on this number 2?
Oh, yeah, I got to thank Kenny Pettyjohn Racing, George Coleman, and Cam's Racing Engines for some awesome horsepower. Southern Police Equipment and Southern Gun World. Hubbard Race Bodies, Napa of Hayes, Rocket Chassis, Integra Racing Shocks. Thank you.
Once again, folks, let's hear it down here in Victory Lane, Mr. Scott Adams.